Welcome to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. You guys are amazing and awesome. We're up 200 subscribers in one day. So thank you, and welcome to the RDT community. We're a nice group of people here, and I really do appreciate all of your support. And a special shout out to all of you who have given me a super chat. I really do appreciate it, guys, and I do apologize. Sometimes we don't notice it right away, or it doesn't show up right away from YouTube. So if you do send me a super thanks, please let me know so I can definitely go and thank you for that contribution, because every little bit helps support my channel and to keep it going. I'm currently in the process of saving for a brand new computer and a brand new microphone, so I apologize in advance that my sound is a little wonky, but I'm doing the very best that I can, guys. I live in Texas and we run our AC 24/7. But with that being said, guys, we have a lot of Royal Daily Tea to cover. So sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So we have some fun and exciting news today. Prince William made a brand new announcement about the Earthshot Prize. The Duke of Cambridge has confirmed that next year's Earthshot Prize will take place in Boston. On his official Twitter for Kensington Palace, it said, quote, "The Earthshot Prize is back, and this year we're headed to Boston. 5 more winners, game-changing solutions, more potential to save our planet. Boston, we'll see you in December 2022. Now, with an accompanying video, Prince William, who is currently on summer holiday with his family, said, quote, "In 2022, we're back and bringing the Earthshot to the USA, where we'll award the next 5 winners of the prize. We will be doing it right here in Boston." Now launched by the Duke and the Royal Foundation in October of 2020, the Earthshot Prize has been inspired by President John F. Kennedy's Moonshot program from the 1960s, which urged millions of people to support the U.S. space program. It is based on 5 Earthshot goals: protect and restore nature, fix our climate, clean our air, revive our oceans, and build a waste-free world. 5 $1 million prizes will be awarded each year for the next 10 years, providing at least 50 solutions to the world's greatest environmental problems by 2030. So this is very, very exciting news that the Earthshot Prize is coming to Boston. There's no word yet if Catherine will be joining him, but I think it's going to be an amazing opportunity and an amazing event, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. So right now, Tom Bower is in a war of words with Sam Kashner, the Vanity Fair editor who interviewed Meghan Markle back in 2017. Now this is in regards to the excerpt that dropped from Tom Bower's book, Revenge Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors. So now the author of the piece, the contributing editor, is saying that he doesn't feel that Tom Bower properly conveyed his feelings in regards to Meghan Markle. He said, quote, "I'm afraid Tom Bower didn't convey my admiration and respect for Meghan Markle in the excerpt from his new book in the Times on Saturday. I found Miss Markle to be exceptionally warm and gracious, and admired her intelligence and her remarkable courage as I do so." Now, as we talked about in my last interview, we talked about Vanity Fair and the big points that Tom Bower made, how Mr. Kushner said he felt that Meghan, had pictures of herself all around her kitchen and had all these books of London strategically placed throughout the house. And he said, quote, "She complained because she wasn't presented in the way she wanted. She demanded that the media do what she expects. I felt manipulated." This was a direct quote from him that Tom Bower had put in his book. Well, as I said before, Tom Bower is a very respected journalist. The man has receipts, guys. He's not going to do something that's immediately going to get him sued. This man doesn't put anything in the book that wasn't said or didn't happen. So now Tom Bower is fighting back, and he's saying, quote, during a long telephone conversation with Sam Kashner on May 31st, I read out to him all of the quotations I had used of his interview with me for my book, and also conveyed to him much of the chapter. He did not make a single objection or correction, he said. Now, Kashner had interviewed Meghan back in 2017, a few months before her engagement that was announced to Harry back in November. And of course, this caused a huge scandal when it came out publication. But it seems to me that the SS squad, maybe they got to Mr. Kashner and they're trying to have him retract some of his statements. Again, Meghan's team is on the defensive right now. We know that Tom Bower's book is being released tomorrow, so they are definitely putting out the positive press pieces of Meghan rescuing those kittens or those meet cute moments with her fans on the street, but they're also trying to get to the people who participated in the book. In my opinion, someone put some money in Mr. Kashner's pocket. Why is he now saying, well, he didn't convey my feelings about Meghan? Well, he literally told you on the phone exactly what he was going to put in the book. All of your direct quotes. So why are you now having a problem with the interview that's now in publication when you literally were told on May 31st? Again, Tom Bower doesn't play around, guys. The man has receipts. So I love the fact that he came back and said, I don't know what your problem is, sir. I told you on the phone, literally read you the entire chapter, and you had no corrections on anything in the book. I think someone from the SS squad is writing somebody a check, in my personal opinion. Why else would he have a problem with it all of a sudden when you were literally told what he was putting in the book? No correction or no objection. Again, Tom Bower, guys, this isn't his first rodeo. He's never lost a lawsuit. He used to be a lawyer. So I am really excited. My book is hopefully coming soon. It hits publication tomorrow. So we're going to discuss another part of Tom Bower's excerpt. This part talks about how Harry and Meghan were convinced that they had Diana's magic, that they were going to be the next Princess Diana 2.0. Again, a long time ago, Harry really did have Diana magic. Just being Princess Diana's son, he automatically had a lot of his mom's magic because everyone was enamored with Prince William and Harry as children. And they grew up really well. Diana did a great job in raising them. She really did teach them different values from other royals, kind of show them the real world as it was. And I love the fact that she had a close bond with her children. So Harry always grew up as wild Harry, redheaded Harry. Everyone loved Harry. I loved Harry. He was fun. He was exuberant. He was playful. He had a lot of that Diana charisma. And when him and William and Kate, the three of them, would get together for something, it was just wonderful to see. I love to see the interaction of the three of them. They really did have a lot of magic all together. But after he married Meghan Markle, they were convinced that they were the new stars of the royal family, and at one point they were. In the very beginning, in my personal opinion, if they would have done it correctly, Meghan and Harry could have been just as popular as William and Catherine. And I think they would have been a fab four. If they would have stayed with the royal family, they had such an amazing platform. They really could have been rock star royals. They really could have done something of value. If we would have had the fab four, how wonderful that would have been if Harry would have chosen a proper wife. He would have chosen a wife who was in it for the right reasons, who understood the assignment, who really wanted to marry into the royal establishment and serve people instead of serving herself. Instead of getting the Duchess of Sussex, he got the Duchess of Netflix. So back in 2018, hot off the heels of their wonderful wedding, which again, they were very popular at that time, although there was already some cracks because remember, this is when Thomas Markle and all that scandal happened. So they were starting to have some skeletons, were kind of starting to peek through, but people still liked them at that point. And then, of course, during Eugenie's wedding, Meghan and Harry let it slip out the bag. Oh, by the way, Megsy's pregnant. Remember that faux pas that they did where they kind of announced to the family that she was expecting, and then the following Monday, I believe, they announced it to the world that she was pregnant. And it's rumored that Fergie was pissed. She was pissed because this was her daughter's day, Meghan's supposed bestie, and she steals her thunder by letting everyone know, I'm pregnant, right? Anyway, so this was right around the time that they were about to embark on their 16-day tour of Australia, New Zealand, Tonga, and Fiji. And then it just hit the news that Meghan's pregnant. So, of course, everyone is freaking out. And it was a very, very successful tour. I believe they completed like 78 engagements in 16 days. It was a whirlwind event. And yes, it was very successful. And of course, this is when she started touching the bump. She automatically comes out with this huge 5-month bump. Remember that? She went from being flat to boom, I'm pregnant. And she started with the hand, constantly telling people, make sure you get the bump. Moving my coat, get the bump. It was like really strange how all of a sudden she was extremely pregnant. But I digress. So it is according to the author that they felt that William was jealous. Yes, that's right. Prince William and Catherine were jealous of their popularity and their success because they had the Diana magic. And they really felt that they should be stars, kind of elevated in status to the royal family, kind of above everyone else. Again, he's 6th in line to the throne, but they feel like Meghan was the superstar. And if you remember on the Oprah Winfrey interview, he made that comment, well, Meghan was very popular, but they just weren't utilizing her to her potential. That's right. So they felt they had the exact same magic as Diana, forgetting that Diana had spent, 15 plus years in the monarchy and had worked a lot of events over a long period of time and built up a wonderful reputation for her genuineness and for caring. But nope, Harry and Meghan thought, oh, we've been in the, Meghan's been in the royal family for 5 months. We've had one successful tour, so therefore we need to be elevated above everyone else because obviously we are, the rock stars. We have the Diana magic, and William, he's over here and he's just jealous. So the Sussexes had convinced themselves that their Australian success blessed them with the Diana magic. So Bauer wrote, quote, Meghan could not understand that Diana won the public's affection after years of work. Neither she nor Harry could grasp that emulating Diana required time to weave a narrative and create a brand from which influence would flow. It's alleged that Harry told Meghan, quote, she resembled his late mother. On what planet does Meghan resemble Princess Diana? Can you tell me? Bauer added that Meghan also believed her, quote, activism would enhance the brand of the Sussexes to gain similar opportunities as Barack and Michelle Obama. Again, she was always thinking about the future. On the heels of their very successful tour of Australia, they really did believe that it was time for a change, that they needed to have the palace rewrite the rule book. Rather than Meghan being a dutiful member of the supporting cast, she should star as a campaigner independent of the Cambridges and even of the Queen. The author also claimed that, quote, perhaps encouraged by Harry, Meghan appeared to conjure a fantasy that she could provide the leadership to the monarchy. Yeah, like the Queen's going to step aside and say, hey, Meghan from Suits, I've only been doing this for 70 years, but please tell us your thoughts. So there you go. Meghan always, pushing herself to the leadership role. This is what we call delusions of grandeur, thinking that you're grandiose and you're not. Again, he believes he has Princess Diana magic. Well, if you look at his most recent appearance at the UN, where he spoke to a half-empty room. I'm sorry, but no. I saw more people sitting inside of a Starbucks recently than there were sitting inside of the UN. Okay? If Princess Diana was alive today and she was going to speak at the UN, that place would have been packed with people and packed with people lining the streets. Do you remember the crowds that Princess Diana got? They were insane. Look at some of the most recent events of Harry and Meghan, where they did that little thing where he was coming out of his hotel room and they were going into his car for their date night. Now, according to the body language guy, it looks like those photographers were from Backgrid. You know, the phone up paparazzi that you phone yourself to say, oh, we're leaving out the back door at 8 p.m. Bring your camera. Those were hired paps. There was hardly anybody on the street. If you watch that videotape, it is absolutely ridiculous to act like that they are so popular, that they have Diana magic. They don't even have Diana magic today. Even with Netflix, even with Backgrid, they can't even fill an auditorium full of people to listen to a UN speech. You know, that's not Diana magic. And if you listen to him, his body language, the way he's so downtrodden, he was downright depressed. It was like you could tell he wasn't even believing his own words that he was saying. And now, you guys, there's a rumor that Prince Harry actually ripped off his brother's speech, where you can listen to the comparison between a speech that William made in 2021 compared to Harry. It literally sounds like he just took from, William's speech and changed a little bit of the wording. So now he's getting ripped for stealing his brother's speech. It's very sad. Harry and Meghan don't have an original thought or original idea in their body. Not one. It's like they're just a one-trick pony, and that pony's getting tired and he needs to go sleep in the barn. So I predict this was not a good move for them. It is rumored that Netflix was filming. They were probably the people they called. Netflix, make sure you film us, going on our little hot date. Yeah, it's getting to become really pathetic, kind of a dog and pony show. What do you guys think about Earthshot coming to Boston in December of this year? Are you excited about that event? What do you think about Tom Bauer showing receipts and kind of slapping down Sam Kashner? What do you think about Harry and Meghan believing that they had Princess Diana magic? And do you believe that Harry stole from William's speech? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Leave me your comments, guys, down below. Thanks, guys, and have an awesome and amazing day. Bye, guys.